Well, pretty easy. Tale of two halves. Missed opportunities in the first half, but the second half, clearly it's easy to, point out the miscues on offense, the inability to stop the quarterback, on defense, and then sloppy special teams play with our field goal unit. The reality of it is that's true, but I feel as though, from a coaching standpoint, we need to help our team too. And I didn't feel like we had the answers necessary on defense nor on offense, to help our group out. This was, this is, we need to coach better, and we needed to execute better in the second half, and it's disappointing that we did not. So with that, we'll open up the questions.
With Garrett in the second half in particular, what made things so, I guess, what made life so difficult for him in that second half?
I mean, I'll have to watch the film and go through it. I mean, these are, obviously interceptions that led to, points, and, as I said earlier, it's easy to point those out as important times in the game, but we had an opportunity to rally on defense and we couldn't do that, right? And then look, you can't make a living with 33 yards rushing, and we've got to help Garrett out, quite frankly. We've got to give him a more balanced offense, and he can't be that guy that's got to throw for 365 yards. There has to be more balance within the offense. And, we can go all night here and gang up on Garrett Nussmeier if we want, right? But the reality of it is we got to put him in a better situation and get more balance within the offense.
Ryan, I was going to ask you about, I guess, the inability to really sort of create some run lanes for Caden and Josh. I know they have a really good front, but was it a little disappointing to not see those?
Yeah, it was disappointing. Yeah, I'm disappointed. I mean, I know Brad Davis is disappointed. I know Joe is disappointed. I know Frank is disappointed. I mean, that's not what we expected. We spent a lot of time on, our run game. We feel like we should be better there. And we thought we had made the progress necessary against a good front in Arkansas. And then we just did not see that come to fruition tonight. And it's, it's hard for me to sit here right now and give you an in-detailed evaluation of, what happened, but we did not get the kind of production that would keep a Garrett Nussmeier from having to stand on his freaking head, at the quarterback position and making plays. He feels like he has to. And in a large degree, look, I get it, right? I mean, he's going to be, the guy that we all blame. I just don't think we give him enough balance within the offense, and it makes him vulnerable because he has to do so much.
Scared. Obvious question, the way the whole tone of the game changed when they changed quarterbacks. How much did y'all prepared from the RPOs?
Well, it wasn't the RPOs as much as it was the quarterback run game. And, I mean, it's the million-dollar question, and I would say that we need to spend more time, and each and every week it's got to be part of it, because right now I would run the quarterback against us.
Just where do you go from here, right? I mean, you're not out of it.
No. I mean, we lost our margin, right? I mean, we have no margin for error. we have to go back and look at some of the things I just talked about, right? We have to build balance within the offense. We have to be able to handle the running quarterback. The silliness of the field goal stuff, that has got to end. That is just ridiculous. We'll clean that up in short order. But those two things in particular, where we have to be able, we played such good defense for like the first half. It was so good to see our defense playing, and then we go to a running quarterback and it just goes away from us. And so we know what we need to get better at there. And then we know what we need to continue to work on from an offensive standpoint. We need to build some balance so Garrett is not out there trying to make a play every flipping down. And that's what we'll go to work on.
Sure.
On the field goals, Damian missed one. Was there a bad snap on one, and then was a third? Was it snapped early, or they weren't ready for it? Or
That's twice now that's happened. It's unacceptable. We're gonna have to. We'll get it fixed. It's never gonna happen again, ever.
Wilson.
Marcel Reed, of course, played at some this year. Did y'all have a
I'm sorry.
Marcel Reed, the guy who came in for A&M, had
Yeah.
played some this year.
Yeah.
Did you have a certain plan in place for him, and it was just a matter of execution, or did he catch you off guard in some way?
We have a plan for the running quarterback. I don't know that we executed at the level that we needed to. I think if we, 2020 is such that should we have spent more time on it? Sure looks that way. But I don't believe that there was a sense that we weren't capable of doing it after feeling really good about the running quarterback that we faced last week at Arkansas, because we had a similar plan. So we got to go back and double down on our preparation for the running quarterback.
Chase.
You mentioned that you hadn't really gotten a chance to look at Garrett's plays and evaluate from that standpoint, but just in terms of his mindset, did you see his confidence wavering? Did you see any frustration building? Like, just take us through what he was going through there.
Well, they do a good job. I mean, here's the problem. First down was not very good for us. And when first down or open downs for you where you're not getting much production on first down, we put ourselves in very predictable situations. And the inability to keep ourselves in third and short and third and manageable, they pinned their ears back. And it makes it hard in protections and identifying what you're getting for pressures. And so it was a bit of all of that, and it was manageable, right, early on until we turned the ball over.
Bryce.
Kind of playing off the mental side of things, honestly, the game looked like tempers kind of flared there towards the end. Is that just due to the natural frustration of how the game ended, or did you kind of see maybe mentally towards the end of the game, guys kind of getting moved down or something?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think they were totally disappointed. But our guys didn't, you'd like to see our guys, continue to fight, and I thought they did. I don't think there was anybody letting go of the rope. These guys fight. I think there were tempers before the game started. So it was nothing that rose to a level of concern for me. My concerns are, as I mentioned, offensively, we need better balance, bigger picture. Defensively, we've got to stop running quarterbacks. We've got to clean up our special teams in the field goal areas where we're making some mistakes there. And then as coaches, we've got to be there for our guys and have those adjustments handy for them so we can help them out when they make a miscue. We've got to be there for him, and I just don't feel like we did enough for him tonight as coaches. So we lose together. We got to coach better. We got to play better, and that's what happened tonight.
Time for two more, Colin.
Brian, I don't wanna put words in your mouth, but I'm assuming diversification of the offense doesn't mean just with adding a balanced run, a run attack. Are you looking to add things to your passing attack that aren't just as predictable as they are?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to stay away from, getting into, narratives. We need to be, we need to be really good at a few things, and that's what we do, and let's get really good at it. And we've got the bye week. We'll clean some things up. We got a good football team. Tonight was a bad half of football for us. And we'll go back to work on ourselves, and we'll get ourselves ready to play better football.
Last one in the back.
With how much the defense has grown since the beginning of the season, and now where we're sitting at with the second half, what's going to be kind of when looking at the remainder of the season to get them back on track in terms of going against even the same level of opponent or even better?
Well, I think we just talked about it, right? I mean, I thought the first half of football, we disrupted the quarterback. We got the quarterback pulled out of the game. I mean, they had to make a change. I think he had 38 yards in passing. They had 7 points at the half. And then, they brought in a quarterback that they had the one big play down the middle, in the fourth quarter, and that's really it in the passing game. So we've got to get to a point where we feel really good about running quarterbacks and taking them out of the game.
Thank you.